we get into the specifics of my collection, I wanted to share with you when and how I started collecting Pandora and why I still collect to this day. I have always loved charms and charm bracelets because I think I'm kind of like a sentimental person, so I like the idea of carrying these special things to me on my jewelry, and because I've always loved jewelry, I thought that was a really fun idea. So when I was in high school, I ended up searching for charm bracelets and charms online. I was really into blogs at that time, so I basically searched anything that I was interested in and would read blogs about that. I think I searched like charm bracelets, and I feel like either a few blog posts came up or maybe even some YouTube videos. That was when YouTube was pretty new, but I feel like I've seen some YouTube videos back then. So I kind of remember that. I remember definitely seeing pictures of it, and then I found out that there was a Pandora store at my local malls. So I think I went maybe the next day or the next week and bought my first bracelet. I have a lot of wonderful charms that were given to me by my mom, my sister, and my current boyfriend and now fiance. As I mentioned before, I have always loved jewelry. I think that my style is pretty simple on a day-to-day basis. I'm really into kind of the casual, effortless look, so which is kind of funny because it might seem a little lazy, but I think it's just nice to have a uniform and know what looks good on you and kind of stick to it. So I like to jazz up my outfits and change it up with my accessories. I love that Pandora is beautiful in itself, but also you can just change it up based on your mood. You can change a whole color scheme or theme of a bracelet to match whatever outfit you're going for or event you have, and I just also love the sentimental meaning behind a lot of these charms. Now that you have a backstory as to why I collect Pandora and when I started, I am going to show you a more in-depth look at my collection. I won't be going into all of the sentimental meaning behind the charms, but I will point out newer ones as well as ones that have a very special meaning to me. I also want to note, technically your charms don't have to have any sentimental meaning to them. A lot of my charms are actually just were bought to suit the theme of the bracelet I was going for, and the bracelet as a whole has a meaning to me. So don't think that every single charm or spacer needs to have a meaning. I don't think that's the case. I think it's totally fine and really great if you just want to create a whole bracelet that has a bigger meaning to you. I first wanted to mention this jewelry cleaning kit by Pandora. I think this is a really good deal. It's $15, I believe, and it comes with your cleaning toothbrush, a little manual. It also came with this clasp opener, which I actually use so often, and this was kind of the main reason that I bought this cleaning kit. And then underneath it has a few other cleaning cloths as well as some anti-tarnish bags. And you can even use this box for any sort of storage that you might need. I think that the Mother's Day jewelry box is so adorable. It has a really nice, smooth gold zipper. And when you open it up, the inside is a nice light gray, like velvety material. There are some hooks here where you can hang either your bracelets or some necklaces, and then this little pouch kind of keeps them contained. There's the ring roll, and then there's a snap right down there where you can kind of snap your bracelets or necklaces into place. I have tried traveling with this, and it is not the best travel companion, I will say. I found that even with my necklaces tucked in very well, they still kind of moved around a lot. And you should also note that this button will not hold your bracelet if it has charms on it. So you would have to do it where there's only snake chain, which is kind of like, doesn't make sense to me, but I still think that it's just beautiful and it's a nice collector piece. Now we can go into my actual collection. I'm really excited to share this because my real life friends aren't that into Pandora, and it's always just been something that I was into and still am into, so it's fun to discover this online community of those who enjoy this collecting as much as I do. These boxes are from Stackers brand, and these were purchased at the Container Store. So what the Stackers boxes consist of are these boxes that you can stack on top of each other to kind of create your own jewelry box. So I have 3 of the boxes, and I may get one more if my collection continues to grow. I have Pandora and non-Pandora jewelry in here, but I will show you how I store everything, but I'm only gonna go over the Pandora jewelry. The very bottom is the largest box, and it's just a completely open box to hold some of my larger jewelry pieces and watches, as well as like some pouches, a cleaning cloth, and then some jewelry that I don't wear as often. The middle compartment is one of my favorites because I just think it's very satisfying to look at all of these divided compartments. I store all of my earrings in here, and then I also have my dainty necklaces. It's really nice to not get them tangled, and it's nice to see everything all at once. The top box has the lid on it, and the designs with the lid on it only have this inside box design, which you'll see, and all of my Pandora jewelry is stored in this top box. So this is the inside of the top box. As you saw in all the boxes, this white color comes with a gray velvety interior, which I love because I find that black looks a little dark sometimes, so anything that lightens anything up is always my preference. I have two non-Pandora pieces in here, just this necklace that wouldn't fit, and then this watch that I wear often. At the top here, you will see some of these charm bars. This is something separate that you can purchase from the Stackers brand, and the jewelry box comes like this with two empty rows here where you can put your bracelets lengthwise, but I definitely wanted something to store some of my seasonal charms or charms that were kind of waiting to be designed with. So they sell these separate charm bars, and the bar part pops out from the velvet, and then you can use this to store all of your charms. I really love the Stackers jewelry boxes for storing jewelry in general, but I think that they really made it easy for us Pandora lovers as well. So now I'm going to show you all of my like Pandora non-charm bracelets first, and then I'll go into most of the charms and moments bracelets. So I have 4 Pandora rings to show you. First is this little heart ring. It's in the silver. All of my rings are in the silver, and it just has some cubic zirconia around the heart shape, which I think just looks really cute on the hand. Next, I have 2 rings that I like to use for stacking. One is the, I think it's called Cloud or Eternal Clouds ring with the beads on it. And then I also have the Sparkling Droplets ring, which has cubic zirconia interspersed along the band, and these are both in silver as well. And you can see that as I try them on, they are meant for different fingers because my fingers are different sizes. So this I usually wear here, but I definitely want to get more of these, and I kind of want to get the Sparkling Droplets in the Pandora Rose as well because I really love this design. Then my last ring is, I think, a very underrated ring from Pandora. I think this is called Radiant Elegance ring, and it kind of looks very simple, but it almost looks like an evil eye. So there's a lot of cubic zirconia detail on this, and I just think it's so beautiful, and when it hits the sunlight perfectly, it sparkles like crazy because there's a lot of cubic zirconia. So I think this is like very like understated and elegant and so underrated. If you want to start a collection of rings, I think this is a great one. This was my first Pandora ring, and I got it as a gift from my cousin for my college graduation. Next, I have 2 bracelets that are not part of the Moments collection. First is the Essence bracelet, which kind of counts as a charm bracelet because there are charms on it. These are the kinds of charms that have the silicone on the inside so you can move it anywhere and it will not roll around. I thought this one was just very beautiful and simple and elegant. I love this beaded chain design. I just think it's very unique and dainty. And it's really nice that all of these charms have a special meaning to them. Each of them have different meanings to them, which you can see on the Pandora website. But I just have a few that kind of mean something to me and that I think look beautiful. The Sparkling Strand bracelet is also one that I think is great for anyone's collection because it's so simple and elegant, but it's also a little bit casual because of the lariat design. So with this one, similar to like the Essence bracelet, you have a ball here and you can move it up or down to tighten it to your wrist. And the cubic zirconia detail on this is really beautiful. I love how light and bright Pandora's sterling silver is. This one is especially great for summer, I think, because it adds that sparkle, but it's really lightweight and definitely not as cumbersome as some of my other bracelets. Now we'll go into more detail of some of my charm bracelets. So this is the first bracelet that I completed, and it was completed recently. As I mentioned, I have collected Pandora for a couple years, but I never actually finished a bracelet just because I don't know why. I think at the time I wasn't that into it, and also I didn't share with people that I was very into it. So now that I have been expressing my love for it more, people are more like excited and willing to buy me some charms, so that's always nice. This was my first bracelet that I bought back in 2009 or 2010. This is just a classic barrel bracelet, which I feel like is a lot of people's first bracelets. This bracelet is one that has a prominent theme, and the theme is Enchanted Garden Tea Party. I love flowers, I love being in a garden, except for bugs. That's a whole different story, but I do really enjoy nature and looking at it, and especially flowers. And I also love the idea of tea parties and tea and coffee, especially for me. I would say coffee is my first love. So I just thought this was so beautiful for spring, and it has a lot of elements that I truly love. A lot of these charms come from this year's Pandora spring collection because there's a lot of nature themes, a lot of florals, and I think it works beautifully. They also had these awesome teacups and teapots, which was perfect for the theme, and I love how they go with my older teacup and Mrs. Potts. I also picked up these Enchanted Garden Muranos from the collection, and they are so beautiful. I love the sparkly background and all of the detail. This is my next bracelet with the most charms on it, and this one is a fairy tale theme. I have always loved fairy tales, and it brings back so many memories of me reading these stories when I was younger and hearing and watching these movies for the first time. I think it's really fun, and I continue to be a hopeless romantic at heart, so this one kind of represents that. Right now, this bracelet has a subtle pink theme going on, but that may change just because I want to be able to wear this with multiple outfits and colors if I desired. I recently picked up these pink Field of Flowers Muranos in the recent Pandora sale. I also love the cute Valentine note with the inscription inside, and I love the fairy tale book. I think the detail of it is so cute. And another rare charm that I found is the Princess and the Pea, which is so cute and reminds me of the stories that I used to read when I was little. This one is one of my newer bracelets, which does not have any charms on it. As you can tell, I got this bracelet recently during the Pandora sale. It was a great, like 45% off sale, and I don't know if you can see well, but these little cubic zirconia dots on the barrel are Mickey heads. So this one is going to be a Disney bracelet. I just mentioned I love fairy tales. I also love Disney, of course, and Pandora has the cutest Disney charms. I used to have actually like a pre-made Disney princess charm bracelet when I was younger in like high school. And I used to actually wear it a lot, and I just love it. And although it probably won't look similar to the one that I had before, I think that this is just so adorable. This will mostly be more Mickey themed rather than Disney, but I'm so excited to start it. This is the last bracelet I have to share with you, and then I have a few charms that are not on bracelets. This is another newer charm. So there's a little bit of a backstory behind this one, and I think that in the future this might be one of my favorite bracelets. This one is the sterling silver bracelet with the gold clasp. This is the 14 karat gold clasp. And I have two charms on here right now. First, I have it's either Love of My Life or Love of Your Life. This is the clip, and this is in the 14 karat gold. It has a really beautiful cubic zirconia heart on there. I also have this retired charm, which is the little engagement ring. So in case you don't follow me on Instagram, I recently got engaged, and I kind of bought this bracelet for myself as an engagement present. And this one is probably going to be themed all around my boyfriend and future husband. So he actually got me this charm as a surprise for my birthday a couple years ago, and I was really shocked because this is the gold clip, and it was just a complete surprise, and it brings me back some really happy memories. I bought this charm actually a few weeks ago before I actually got engaged because I knew it was coming, and I just think it is adorable, and it really represents a special moment in our lives. I'm probably gonna have this themed with a lot of the marriage charms, which will be so fun. Probably a lot of hearts and a lot of two-tone. I love the two-tone bracelets and charms because it just makes mixing metals really easy, and I think that the effect is very beautiful. Now these are a few charms that currently are not on a bracelet because they kind of don't go with the theme, or I'm waiting for other matching charms to create symmetry on my bracelets. So there are just pretty random charms. I do have this one newer one, the little to-go coffee cup from the recent summer collection that says take a break, and there's a little heart at the top. And then on my second charm bar, I have more of my Christmas or winter themed charms. This is going to be my first winter doing a Christmas bracelet, and I'm so excited. So I've been slowly collecting charms for that bracelet. I would love to hear about your collection or what's on your wish list, so leave me a comment down below, and I hope you enjoy this video. I know this is a departure from my planner videos, but I hope that you will enjoy more of my lifestyle content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.